Okay, good morning. Welcome back again. We're bouncing back in this 2021. Yesterday we talked a little bit about some nutrition and some healthier habits with that, and then also getting back to doing some exercise. So I hope everyone found a time, some of their breaks yesterday to jump into a few exercises, a few push-ups, a few sit-ups, jumping jacks, just a little bit, get the blood flowing and get us back in shape. And then if you really went after it, maybe you got in a whole workout after your day was done. But anyway, excited to be back again today. It's Thursday, and we want to continue to find ways to get stronger in 2021, and not just physically, not just mentally, but both. Both those areas will help us get through, the rest of this time where we're maybe still a little bit locked down and not able to get out and go as many places as we normally go. And, maybe we're not in school, maybe we're not able to be at work. And so, we need to do some of the things we've talked about throughout this week to help us get through that. And, I think a lot of us through this time, we look at all the negatives and just get frustrated. And we sometimes maybe jump on social media and we see all the positives that people are doing because that's what they're posting about. Nobody's posting about the day that they go try and show up somewhere and they realize it's shut down. People aren't posting, oh, my reservations got canceled. That's just not what people want to put on there. So, you're looking and you're going, oh, wow, these people are at the beach and they're having a great time and I'm not able to do that. Well, again, that may have come from them having other things canceled, and that's not what they ultimately wanted to do, but they tried to make the best of it. So, again, that's what we're looking to do is make the best of 2021 and bounce back no matter what it throws at us. That's just one of the tough things to do in life, but it's one of the things that we have to do is we're going to have different things thrown at us that are not easy. We've probably all been in a spot where we felt confident about what we were doing, and then all of a sudden it was much harder than what we anticipated. I can speak to playing athletics in high school and taking the jump to college. I mean, that's a huge leap, and you don't know what you're going to get, and it takes a little while to acclimate to that and understand where you fit. The same thing goes even with certain subjects. You could be rolling through school doing pretty well in a certain subject, and then maybe you get a teacher that is just tough, and that happens. We probably all had an experience with a teacher that just doesn't fit our learning style. It doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad teacher. It just means that we weren't clicking with that class. Same thing can go for being on a team and you have a teammate maybe that just doesn't click with you. You kind of clash a little bit, but you got to find a way to get along and get through it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a miserable experience. And so, with 2020, there were certainly things that were, that were pretty rough. I mean, can't lie. But my family and I, we worked hard to make the best of 2020. And when I look back on it, I wasn't able to go work. My boys missed a huge portion of school where they had to do it at home, which wasn't ideal. And, we had other things that were canceled. We had other things that we'd like to do. We had camping reservations canceled at places that we would normally go. And so, it's times were frustrating. But when I look back and I realize that the things that we did to try and make those situations better, we tried to get organized about school and put in some, extra fun and extra work things that helped our boys get through the schooling. I tried to have some fun making videos, and I've tried enjoying, the time that I have at home on the computer and around my family, and make the best of it. I was able to get some house projects done that, if we had been in a normal summer in 2020, we probably would have been out traveling and out doing sports and other things that wouldn't have allowed me to do things like paint our house. And so, those are things that came out that were actually positive. In the moment, they might have been frustrating, but, they worked out really well. And so, again, you have to try and look back on 2020 and look at some of those things that were really positive that you were able to do. And it could be something small. Maybe it's something you learned. Maybe it's something you learned on the computer that you didn't know how to do before. Those are all tools that we will have gained from that. And if that's all you got from it, maybe in the future that's going to help you a lot. It certainly is going to continue to help you right now while we're distance learning. And then again, as you move forward, there's always going to be technology involved, and the more that you understand how to use different pieces of it and map it together, then you're going to do really well. So again, hopefully we can all look back and see that that's something we did. Yesterday, actually 2 days ago, we talked about journaling a little bit and reflecting. I think having a little bit of daily reflection and then a little bit of looking at goals for the next day is a great way to break things down small. Again, we said oftentimes we make these big, huge, New Year's resolutions and new goals, and we're gonna start running every day. We're gonna start doing this every day. We're gonna start eating our leafy greens every day. To get back to the nutrition yesterday, but that's just not realistic. There's going to be things that get in the way. So again, let's look at it at a smaller level and let's reflect on each day. Did I get all the work done that I was assigned to do? Did I show up, and give 100% in all the different areas that I was asked to give, effort to? Did I sleep well the night before, and how did that affect me? Did I get exercise in? And then at the end of that, if you didn't do some of those things, what are some small goals to change the negatives? And then what are some things that you can take away and go, this worked really well for me. I'm going to continue doing that going forward. So, with today, end of today, I want you to try and start looking at, again, just small reflections. How did this go? Maybe you finish one class. Maybe you finish one chapter in a book. Look back on it. Reflect on what it was. And then moving forward, set some goals for the next day to try and improve. So, again, simple, small little things that are easy to tackle right now. Nothing that's too gigantic. Again, if you're a little bit behind in something, you have some catching up to do. Again, don't look at the 20 things you need to do to catch up. One at a time, chunk through it, one at a time, reflect on it, do your best on each one. You're going to get more out of it, and you're going to earn more out of it if it's a school assignment. And so, again, just keep working hard. And again, my advice today is small little pieces, small reflections each day, small goals for the next day. Try and reach them. Try and be able to check them off. You're going to feel good each time you check one off. You're going to be more inclined the next day then to try and reach for the new goals that you set yourself. So let's have a great Thursday. It'll be Friday tomorrow, end of the week. Be able to get some time on the weekend to reflect a little bit on the entire week and see how things went. So anyways, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and we will talk again tomorrow morning and have one last piece of advice on how to bounce back in this 2021 new year.